Hey, welcome to So Awkward. It's me, Don. So my friend Mike just texted me a link to the new trailer for Rogue One, something, something, Star Wars, something. So let's check it out.
You're watching So Awkward. This is Freddy Krueger saying hi.
State your name for the record.
Jen Ursa.
So what you just watched wasn't necessarily me reacting to this trailer, but me not reacting to this trailer. Because you may have just watched a 38-year-old man coming to the realization that he just doesn't care about Star Wars anymore. Actually, maybe I came through that realization midway through The Force Awakens, which, despite what everybody says about it, was just a bad movie. Sorry, that's just my opinion. It was a Sci-Fi Channel original movie level script and story with some really good production values and lots of Star Wars things thrown in to make it feel like Star Wars. But all in all, just the story was terrible. It was a terrible script. It was just embarrassingly put together. Really good performances by some really likable actors and good special effects. But for the most part, it just was a really awful movie. I mean, as a kid, I loved Star Wars because Star Wars is great. Empire Strikes Back was great. And as a kid, I loved Return of the Jedi. And when I rewatch Return of the Jedi, I mean, there's nostalgia there. And the prequels were bad, but there was something to them. Maybe it's nostalgia for the original Star Wars, but Force Awakens just left me cold because it was a bad movie. And this looks like a fine movie. But I don't know, I don't care. At least this doesn't look like a retread of every Star Wars movie we've already seen, although it does have that same character. I don't know my place in the universe. But somebody hands me this mission and I become a hero, which I guess is like the Joseph Campbell hero myth that Star Wars is supposedly based on. So every Star Wars movie has to have that same main character and the same structure, which is fine because it looks neat. Special effects wise, it looks neat. It's got a really cool cast. Donnie Yen is in there, swinging a sword. He should be swinging a lightsaber. But I guess they can't really have Jedis because Star Wars introduced Jedis as these old knights who don't exist anymore. And then when we had the prequels, they had the Jedis were just ruined because they were boring monks who had no personality and were just mean to everybody. So Jedis are ruined. But it's neat seeing Donnie Yen. I like him. I was excited to see Forrest Whitaker. I didn't know he was in there. He's a really good actor. He's always interesting and always fun. But then again, he didn't save Battlefield Earth. I bet people are going crazy over this trailer, because that's what people do. A new Star Wars thing about if they play the Star Wars music and then you see a stormtrooper, people go, and that's fine, they should. I mean, people should be excited for this. Star Wars is back. If you had told 12-year-old me that 20 years in the future there's going to be a whole bunch of new Star Wars movies with a great casts and huge production values, and then I would have been so excited, but then I would have said, but you're not going to care. You're just going to think they're dumb and boring movies. I would have been like, no, there's no way, I'll never feel that way. Well, I feel that way.
No, that's not true. That's impossible.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
That's my reaction to the Rogue One trailer. Maybe I'll see it, or maybe I won't. It doesn't look like a must-see to me. It looks like Force Awakens. I mean, it had moments of humor that fell flat because they were poorly written jokes. But for the most part, it was just pretentious and bland. And this also looks really pretentious and bland. You know, I'm so sick of trailers with voiceovers. You know, with like brooding British voiceovers. Boring. I don't care. And where does this take place in the timeline? These movies are so confusing. This looks... Mon Mothma's in there, and it's got something to do with the original Death Star. So is this girl in the trailer, is that a Bothan? Is she one of the Bothans who gave her life for this, or is this a different spy getting information on the Death Star? I don't know. I don't care. It looks neat, I guess. If I'm free that day and it's not raining out, maybe I'll go to the theater. But I don't know. I don't really care anymore. But it'll be a big hit. I'm just such a bitter old man. I'm not bitter. I mean, people can have their fun, see Star Wars. It's just, I'm realizing that I don't care anymore. They're like Star Wars, the original trilogy I love. I still rewatch it. But everything that has come since is, to me, just fan fiction, which I don't really care about. It's like I love Star Trek. I love all of the series and the movies. I don't read the novels because I don't care. These to me are just, it's just the expanded universe made into films, which is neat and more power to them. But I don't have to see them. Anyway, bye.